Check out site 1 because it's not occupied. Oops. Oh, my bad. Oh yeah, it is a good one. A little close to this one though. It's a little close. Though there is that risk, but pretty nice. We got a special sun today too. They're trying to block it out with forest fires from Canada, but that's a different sun than normal. Just saying. Parking's right over there. Bathroom's way down the other side. It's a pretty rough one too. It's in a nice red brick building, but the smell's pretty bad, and there are vault toilets in there. Yep, it's a good one. Just high risk with the neighbor. We all know I know about bad neighbors, unfortunately. Oops. Never mind the reverse peeps, just another overpaid buffoon glamping. Okay. That's site 1 right there. Dangerously close. They probably should have omitted this site. And the reverse peeps stop just as I do. Inshallah. These are pretty good carts. Yeah, handles the roots no problem. super cool quartz, red rock. This type of red rock is all over the area around here. It might come up weird on the camera actually. Sometimes pictures do. Let's try one. Still wearing these from the Nurse Strand hike. I love the way these smell. Ah, that's better. I got this Super Boss candle too. I was pretty stoked about it. It should last me all summer. So far I don't see any bugs. I seen someone had a warning, a permit warning on their vehicle over in the parking area. And then I looked at their vehicle permit, and it's clipped for this month, so they still got 2 days left. I don't know why you get an official ticket warning letting you know that it's about to expire. It's kind of presumptuous. I think I'm going to bring this back because they don't have many carts over there. And I don't need it coming back. There's one site I really want to check out here, but it's occupied. And you can't really look at it from afar. It's kind of like its own little area. It's the second time I've been here and it's been occupied. I'll have to come back in a cold season or something. Yeah, so when I scouted this place, this site really called out to me. In Luverne, Minnesota, it's got one of my favorite water towers. I always smile when I come back to Luverne. It's a very special sun right now. I'm not sure what it means yet. That car right there is one. Look at the ticket with the warning. Probably see it blowing in the wind. From South Dakota. Pretty good carts. Really cool red rock. Yeah, that's a special sun. They're doing a air quality alert thing right now till Monday from the Canada wildfires. But that's a special sun. It looks different. It feels different. It's more golden than usual. I see this happen maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So they're trying to filter out whatever's coming from it. Probably good energy, probably positive energy. Oop, that's the presumptuous turn. Hopefully I'll be able to absorb some of it. I'm pretty negative, so yeah. Hopefully it'll allow me to feel relaxed even though I hear that annoying small dog barking in the distance. Must be nice to be able to tune out the sound of your annoying dog. Oh, people have a talent for that. Lest we forget. tent's going here somewhere. That's for sure. This is a backpack ghillie. Ruggedized tough sack from Light Fighter. Slightly dolled up. It's a personal preference. It's a Light Fighter 2, two-person tent. Yeah, I think this is approximately, it's 60, 70th camp trip, roughly. Trying to not beat myself up because I'm probably not going to have a scout on this one. I might not have a scout for a while. You know, I've never really done this before, but you see people do it all the time. Alright. Kind of glad I did that now. Kind of want the tent the other way, just for OCD reasons, but this slant, it'll pay off dividends once I hunker down. This is my wool blanket roll that I use as a pillow, always, except for on backpacking ones where it's too big to bring. This is going to be, I believe, the 108th camp trip I've used this, and I can't believe it. I made this holder for it. The other two straps are just a little too chintzy. And the modular sleep system. Summarized, so it only has the patrol bag. Doesn't have the extreme cold weather black bag, just the green bag. And the Gore-Tex, of course, bivvy, in case something happens. It's kind of like a backup tent, almost. I use this stuff's, this compression sack for the summer modality, and I don't have the big winter one in there too. This is for my boots. For my eyes. I'm just gonna leave that as is. I'm gonna boil some water for some dinner. And I always forget to take the bags out of my pocket and put them in the tent sack. Now I got a little chore for myself when I get in there. Got this new container, 64 ounce. I'm pretty stoked about that. It should be enough water for most trips by itself. I got some backup spoons in here just in case. Everclear for the fuel. I'm gonna do the alcohol stove now, but I'll probably do the butane stove tomorrow morning. But when I boil water to rejuvenate my coffee, I make really strong coffee and I nurse it throughout the day and night. And I make sure I have enough, about half. Then the next morning I boil water and just add to it, and it's still strong enough and it lasts me until I get home usually. The goal is to nurse it just right so you don't get too caffeinated and you don't have to urinate too often, which is one of life's fun facts. I was really looking forward to camping next to this rock. Now the dream's coming true. Pretty much full-blown summer modality at this point. Nothing is really winter related. The only thing winter related really would just be extra layers of clothing, an extra layer on the tent, and an extra sleeping bag, that thick one I was telling you about. Those are the three big things for the winter modality. Separate these so they don't clang. I did mod this so it doesn't have a string on it that you got to pull and the ball to tighten it. It's too cumbersome, so I put in some shock cord in here. It just closes automatically. Yeah, it's the perfect opening, perfect circumference. So you don't have to worry about it. And I bent these a little when I first got it. It didn't kind of stay closed, so I bent each one just a little bit. Because before I bent them out the box, you couldn't do this. It would fall apart. You got to be real careful with it. But now, it doesn't play games with your heart. This thing costs more than it should, this Trangia, but I'm about maybe 50 camp trips away from it paying off for itself. They should really smooth things out more based on how much it costs. Usually I use heat, H-E-E-T, in here. But I wanted to pivot to Everclear, a grain alcohol, a little different. It doesn't burn as efficiently, but it's healthier. It might not be enough, but we'll see. And I've had this kettle, over 100 camp trips, red camp. I modded this too, the shock cord. Had a couple repairs. Got a small backpacking butane stove in here, which I'll use tomorrow morning, more than likely. Alright, the first pour from this container. This is distilled water. I try not to drink fluoridated water ever because growing up as a child, I bathed in it and I drank it and it made me pretty stupid. So I try to shy away from that. Try to squeeze more out of life as I get older. And I've gotten better with this thing, so trying to keep the momentum of using it. And it's a little funner too. Not too bad. I always feel guilty when I don't do it on the first try. It's the problem with wanting to be cool. I want to be able to fit in with the cool kids. Ego. Not sure which one. This one or this one. I kind of want this one, but you get more in this one. I don't know. That's a really good problem to have. Nokas are a staple. They are costly, but stretch them out the right way, they really come through. Like right now I'm kind of parched and dizzy a little. This will come through for me. This is a new flavor. They charge more for it. I had to try it though. It's pretty good. Try to get every drop out of it. There's some nice little flowers here. Wow, that's pending. We'll go ahead and set up the rainfly. This is probably going to go down as one of my top 10 favorite sites out of 107 camp trips. That is a special sun. It's just been golden all day. Wow. Hopefully it's like that tomorrow too. I got a feeling it might be like that all weekend. It's a pretty isolated site for the most part. There was one guy who commented on my scout of Tetagooch Cardin. He said one of the sites passed his come out of the tent naked test. I'll quit doing that after a while. Yeah, I never try to come out of my tent butt naked. I never try to get butt naked ever, even at home, to be honest. Just feels weird. I always have to wear pants. I always have to, you know, I gotta wear pants always. Yes, when I sleep too. Yep. Sure do. Yes, it's the same ones I wore all week. Yes. Whew. Oh, the ground's a little moist. My knees are picking up moisture. Ooh. An alcohol stove takes longer to boil, but that's fine. It's a nice thick piece. Got this from a warehouse. I'm only going to use this stake on this side and the other side. I never use stakes on the four sides, but I've never really been in the like a crazy open prairie or a Arctic tundra environment for the most part. Well, the last time I was at Blue Mounds, I did camp in the main campground, and the next morning when I was taking down my tent, when I took the stakes out, the wind picked up and the whole tent, it almost blew away. It was pretty funny. Later, and then I went and did a scout of Split Rock Creek State Park, I believe. And that whole thing was really windy, which just distorted the microphone like always on the body cam. You know, I just got a whiff of one of the vault toilets way over here. Yeah. That is weird. I might be next to a vault toilet through this forestry. Huh. Maybe it's just because I used it earlier. Maybe the scent just permeated my nose hairs or something, and I'm still picking it up. It was pretty potent in there. Yeah, nice and easy. These stakes are nice and easy. The ground is nice and easy. I'm getting pretty lucky this year with easy grounds. Might as well set this up too. Got the white sage this time. Ah. Yeah, I didn't expect to pick up a vault toilet odor over here. Kind of hoping they don't just drain it in here. Be like I'm back home in South Minneapolis by the river road. I don't smell anything here really. Looks pretty stagnant though. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is cool. I think I just taught the mosquitoes that I'm here. Ooh. Oh. I didn't buy these snot rags anywhere, like at a grocery store or at a hardware store. I literally just blew my nose all week and, you know, just put it in a little garbage bag. Oh, it's pretty cool. It just catches fire so easily. Just a little bit of a spark. You save money, you help keep the landfills clean, and you teach the bacteria in your mucus a lesson. That's the part I like. Pretty sure I blow my nose so much because of all the pollution in the air. The body's trying to cleanse itself of the pollutants. That's all that will burn properly. I brought a little bit of fat wood. I believe this came from Mexico. It's a good thing it doesn't fall apart as easily as it did before I bent it properly. Okay. Let's see. This will work good too. I didn't get a lot of birch on this bundle. Or these bundle. I got 2 bundles. I always get 2 usually. 2 is usually the minimum. And then the winter modality, 4. And then fall and spring, well, early spring, late fall, 3 of them. So probably, I don't know, 3 months out of the year total, I get 3 of them. And 3 months out of the year, I get 2, maybe 4 months. Then the rest of the time, I get 4 for the winter ones. I like to spoil myself with fire. Ah. I used to started doing this, trying to figure out how to do it. I put way too much effort into it, not too much power, and it's just real sloppy and just a wasted energy. You just take it real simple, kind of let the weight do the work. This is a pretty jagged piece, so nothing's really going to cut straight. Another cool trick I just kind of picked up recently within the last half a year. Just go on the grill here. Pretty good grills from Pilot Rock. Just tap, tap, tappy. And sometimes when it gets thin enough, you don't even need a baton. You can just use your hand or your fist like this. That's all it takes. Just a little bit. Ah. Alright, I gotta make up my mind which one I'm gonna go with. I better just go with the mac and cheese. And you eat it really quick and there's not that much, but if you just wait like 15 minutes, it really keeps you full. One time I ate 2 of them, 1 of each. That was on a Thanksgiving one at Split Rock Lighthouse. That was a bad idea because it just, I just felt like I'm, 4 months pregnant. Something, whatever that would feel like, I'm sure that was it. It probably just kept expanding. Oh, there we go. This is probably the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. And I can't believe it. Ah, that's nice. It was enough fuel. Because it's summer, but if this was winter, I'd probably have to put it up close to the top. Now this stuff, I can eat it runny or thick, even not even fully hydrated. I like a little crunch to it. That's how good it is. I haven't tried to eat it raw yet, and I really don't think that'd be a good idea. There's a song by ODB. He says he likes it raw. I just thought of that. I got these Ranger bands on here to help with gripping. I did it on my other ones and I like it. Don't really need the water to be hot, but I got too much of it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fall in love with that thing. Although I wish this top here, I wish this was just a solid one of these. Just over the top. Like my other one. Not a big fan of this because of the jiggle factor. But you can lock it at least. Ooh. Try to get all the moisture out of that. Try to save a few of these. Sometimes in the morning, it's nice to relight things a little bit. Finish off the white sage. Usually there's a little left. The difference between the fat wood and the firewood here, this has a lot of resin in it, saturated in it. It smells really good. All right. That's a little big. Yeah, there's no birch in this one. Have to wait till it gets a little darker. You know, I had the trail cam set up like I always do, aimed at my tent when I was at Itasca State Park, and I heard something outside of my tent in the morning, and I could have swore I was gonna pick it up. It baaed, so it was either some kind of like a young bear or a deer, which is probably a deer, but this trail cam did not pick it up, even though it was in plain view. I'm kind of pissed about that. But I still want to catch like a meth head or something, because I know I'll never catch like a cryptid, because that's usually a bunch of BS from grifters. But like a meth head or something really creepy, like a meth head that looks like the rake, you know? That'd be like the ultimate. Oh, it's probably what the rake really is. Where should I put this? This tree got uprooted. It looks like. Maybe it just grew a weird way. Yeah, I think that tree's still alive. I think this tree is just like a parallel grown tree. It didn't fall or anything. It just grew weird because of the rocks. Yeah, the leaves are growing on it. That's pretty cool. I just don't want the tent to be too much in the way of it. Yeah, I guess. I'm not too big of a fan right here, I guess. But I like how these are here, but I'd rather have it turning this way. Then the fire will kind of keep it going, and then the leaves when they move. So it's probably more prudent just to have it this way. Probably the last trip before the bugs come out and the heat gets crazy. You know, come to think of it, like the trail cam aimed kind of towards this red quartz or whatever it is. It'd be cool if like triggered like a portal or something, and like a little troll or an elf came out, or a fairy. Oh, I hear the baby. You pour the water, you stir it. Well, you pour the boiling water, and then you stir it. And then you let it sit for about 7 minutes. Then you stir it again. I stir it for like 20 seconds. Make sure it's thorough though. If you got a spork, make sure you don't scratch the inside of it. That's why I don't use a spork, for fear of scratching the inside of it. Okay. That's where I keep my medicine. Got 3 layers. Got ranger bands around it. Shield the metal. It's kratom, mengda, kratom. Helps relax with anxiety and pain. I do fear, though, it might be responsible for irritability to a certain extent. It's green kratom. Then we got the red kratom, Bali. This is more specifically for pain and sleeping. I do a little bit of a mixture, but I do more of the red at night. And it's always good to be red pilled. I get this in the powder form, and I buy these vegan capsules, and I put them. I use a capsule machine to make them. I made 1,300 of them the other day, which I think is a record. I can do about 300 an hour. I just got this 18-ounce bottle too to try to wean off of the plastic bottles, and I love it. I got little hands. 64-ounce containers. A little more risky holding it with one hand. That's a slight downfall. And these containers, they're very light, but they dent very easily. Which doesn't matter unless it warps the bottom and it wobbles. Which I slightly warped the bottom of another one of these. But I was able to bend it back a little. So it ain't too bad. And up top, upper deck, you got allergy pills, Tylenol, and Advil. Backup earplugs. You can't eat those, but it just, I don't know, it's convenient to have them there. And it shuts up the jiggliness of the pills. And then melatonin, 10 milligrams each. Usually I take about 150 milligrams of melatonin every night with allergy pills. Otherwise I have a hard time sleeping. The good thing about melatonin, it's similar to marijuana in the way where you cannot really overdose from it, that I'm aware of. But I'm not a professional, so don't take my advice. Got a little bit less than a month to go till we hit the solstice. Looks like there's no LTE in this little area here that I'm at. Card in Site 3. Now Blue Mounds has a their main campground. There's really no private spots. It's right here on the map. That's what it looks like. There's a few loops here. All these are right next to each other. There's no trees or forestry to intervene. And there's probably a lot of people up there right now. But when I learned about this Cardin area here, right in here, man, it made me so happy. This is where I'm at right here. You can see Site 3 is way up here. Sites 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4 is over here. This logo is another downfall of this app, which there's not many downfalls to it, but you can't see behind it. But we can at least go up here and see. This doesn't show you where you are geographically in real time, but it still shows you the layout. So we're at Site 3 here. And I did a scout of this Cardin campground, but there was 3 of them. I think 3 of the sites were occupied. 1, 12, and I believe 14. But I got 14 today, and that is a baby of a site. That is little, and it's just a slant. Wow, this is an incredibly small site. So I would not recommend that at all. But 12, the elusive 12. This looks like a gem, but I'm pretty sure it's occupied right now, and it was last time I was here. But I gotta check that out. This isn't one you can just walk by either. I walked down here to about this part right here, and there's people there. Still couldn't see inside of it. So you'd have to literally enter their camp to see it. And that's just a no-no, unless you know it's not reserved. Someone's ringing a dinner bell. That's nice of them to bring a dinner bell camping when they're around other people. And there's TP sites down here too. It's possible they're trying to shut me up indirectly too. But the toilet though is way over here. So there's just one toilet. It's in a nice brick building, red brick quartz like that. Really bright red, like it was nice and faced by masons. singes the nose hairs. Baby, lay down when you go down, when you go down. But man, it is a horrible, horrible smell in there right now. But yeah, if you like camping and privacy and you do a tent, and you want to check this state park out, check out the Cardin Campground. I'm going to try to do an entire full scout of it all the way through one day, but it's probably going to have to be in a cold season. And here's the main campground here, so it's just boom, 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 boom. But this is a really cool park. Oh, I forgot to look at the time. It's still a little early. I'm gonna hold off on the allergy pills because those will kick in within like an hour or so. I'm gonna start getting drowsy, and then the melatonin will kick in too, but that's usually kind of fightable. I can fight it a little and get joy out of fighting it, ironically. Alright, I'm gonna give it another round of stirring. And I could eat it now if I really wanted to. I mean, it's that good. But I'm alright, I just had some nuts. I had a Noka. So I'm not feeling weak or shaky or anything like that, so I'm okay. Yeah, I love this little kettle. Here's a little butane stove. This thing is so little. This thing is so dope. I'm not sure what it is. I gotta look it up when I ordered it on Amazon. I gotta research it. But I gotta get another one of these, a backup, and have it on me at all times in case this one fails, which this hasn't failed. Pretty reliable, but it's always good, and it's so light, and it's so little. At BRS. It's pretty amazing. I'll put this in the rain leaf microfiber towel. Keep it in the kettle, and that prevents it from jiggling. And if you overlap this, it helps this seal nice and tight, so it doesn't come off and it doesn't jiggle on here either. And I just put this in here to plug this because I don't know, I just feel better knowing that's plugged. I just hook the nozzle on it like this and just kind of wrap it over, and boom. No cord to worry about, no little thing. Oh, that cord was so annoying. I had to learn how to use this kind of this shock cord material and how to get used to it, handling it, get familiar with it, and use what's called a FID, where you loop this in like it's like a big needle that you can connect this to, and you can run it through around it. It's a FID, F-I-D. It might be a fib, F-I-B, depending on which way the Mandela effect wants to go. Things like to change. It's kind of like this dyslexia that I got. Dyslexia. It's kind of like a version of the Mandela effect, basically. Dyslexia. It's like a real-time version of it. Everything's in a super state, in flux. Nothing jiggling, nothing clanging. It's like we don't want rocks in our shoes. We don't want hangnails, slivers, anything in a noise. We don't want it. Now, I was going to do a hike here tomorrow, but they got a sign that says trail closed, which is really irritating because you very often do see trails closed in state parks. Kind of hoping this quartz will lead to like cool dreams. You know, when I was at Split Rock State Park, well, Split Rock Lighthouse State Park, I kind of had some weird dreams there. Really weird. Like there's some weird spirits there, and like aliens were messing with me in my sleep, and no, it wasn't real, and I thought it was a dream. It was really a dream. Yeah, this is a really cool site. I think 12 is a lot like this, but it's like 4 times the size. I got a feeling. There were people that occupied it the first time I was checking it out. It looked like they had a little community going on down there. I just love this candle. I really like the design. Everything's nice and moist around here. I started burning white sage in 2021. That was a pretty rough year. I just love this red rock. And you know, Blue Mounds State Park, I don't understand why it's called Blue Mounds State Park. I think it should be called Red Rock State Park. And I believe we're in Rock County, but we might have... I drove through it definitely on the way here on I-90. I think we're still in Rock County, but if you go further north towards the middle of the state, still on the western side, there's a Big Stone County. It might just be Stone County, but I think it's Big Stone County by Big Stone Lake State Park. And on the way there, they got this huge rock with some spray paint. There's some graffiti on it. I don't know if I got a picture of it, but I don't think I'm heading out there this year. But it'll probably be on the docket for 2026 if all goes well. I'm gonna go to Monson Lake State Park again this year. And that's the only one in the middle western that I got planned to go to. And Charles A. Lindbergh, I'm going there to a Cardin site there, but that's more towards the middle of the state. But it's close to the Middle West. This probably doesn't do anything, honestly, but I like doing it. And a bison are in the range down that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm smelling like a vault toilet odor. It's pretty brutal. They need to do something with these vault toilets. They are insane. I'm sure there's something they could dump in there that'll do something. It's really sad how, you know, like human beings, like they gotta, you know, go to the bathroom. Like, it's so sad. It's like our bodies, it just creates poison. It should be the other way around. We should create things that are healthy. We shouldn't even have the excrete anything on. It should just be 100% efficient. Breathe out fresh air. Urinate crystal clear water. I mean, come on. Like, it's really not weird to talk about that, honestly. I mean, it's weird that it is the way it is, to be honest. Once you smell these vault toilets here, you'll be like, okay, all right, you got a point. Whew. There's another one at some of the worst vault toilets I've ever smelled was Oh, the sun is really gold and orange right now. Yeah, we gotta go look at it. Lake Maria State Park. I believe it was site 14. The latrine there. That was probably the top worst one I've ever had to smell. And then the latrine by site 16, it actually had bees in there, and there was garbage in it, and like a bee stung the top of my head. But luckily the do-rag mitigated it. And then the vault toilet at Carly State Park, the one right in the middle of the campground. Whoo, that was horrible. And ironically, I'm going back there next week, so hopefully it's not as bad. But yeah, there's a vault toilet smell in the air here, a bad one. And it might have just permeated my nostrils when I went into the vault toilet. I don't think it did. I think there's something in the air here. Oh, that's bad. Maybe it's the bison, actually. Yeah, there's a nice golden sun. A little baby bunny that you can't see. Wow, look at that golden sun. I just love baby bunnies, man. They are so cute. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh my God. Bunny. Come here, bunny. It acknowledged me. Bunny, come here. I'm not as creepy as I look. Oh, there's a group camp going on over here. I see. Got some group camp action. See, so my site is near this group camp. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but oh well. There should be a bridge over here we can cross over and see that sun. Or not a bridge, but a path. Wow, that is a community. Looks like Lucky Charm marshmallows. Oh, there's a culvert. Oh, no path. It's a culvert. I don't want to enter their camp. We'll have to go around. Oh, there's a vault toilet over there. That's where it's coming from. Straight ahead. You know, the older I get, I wish my nose would slowly start not being able to smell things that offend the nostril. Look at that little bunny. Bunny! Oh my God, they're so cute. Bunny. Come here, bunny. Oh my God, they are so cute. Wow. Bunny. Man, them bunnies are cute. They probably poop a lot, but that'd be kind of cool to have like just a bunch of baby bunnies around you always that are smart enough to get out of the way so you don't walk on them. Oh, there's more. Oh, it's the mother too. What are you guys doing? Better hurry up and look at this sun and get back to camp. Yeah, Site 12 is down there, and take a left up there. There's that closed trail sign down there. I wanted to go down to the quarry and check that out, but look at that. It's a special sun. Wow. That is a special sun. I kind of want to check it out over here more. That's a good thing I brought that cart back. Okay. So everybody notices it. It's not just me. We got a little LTE. Air quality alert, allegedly. There's a mix here. We got pistachios, almonds, and corn nuts. Gotta make sure I got enough for tomorrow. I'm actually using more than I thought I would, so I think this thing's gonna be a staple. This is a good size. I'm thinking maybe something in here, maybe this kind of material that I can ensure I can put my hand in so that I don't have to worry about dropping it, because I got little hands. Spilling your water can be a really big deal when you're camping. And these straps here, they help keep this container with the water in it positioned up high. You want the weight distributed high for carrying. This is the perfect spot on a rucksack for anything heavy, and water can be considered pretty heavy, especially because it's a fluid weight. So this helps it from falling down to the bottom. And it's nice to have more stuff in there to ensure that it stays where it's put. But it's kind of a work in progress, but so far it's been holding up, keeping it towards the top pretty good. And these Ranger bands help ensure that it doesn't just slide out. So far, really good. Starting to get a little chillier out, as expected. I'm probably going to slap on the balaclava and the base layer hoodie immediately. Extra hoodie and the gloves, all wool, all merino wool. I'll put this in the tent. I could bust these out. I'll put them on when I get ready to lay down. But I might put them on sooner than that, depending on how chilly it gets after the sun officially sets, which may be imminent. We're probably gonna lose, I'd say, 10 more degrees on top of where we're at, which is a joke compared once you slept in the winter. It's nothing. I was dreading that if I stayed in this site that there would be a group camp at play, and there is. And there's a lot of people there. There's probably 30 people. I don't think they'll be up all night because there's people there that are probably going to want to sleep, so they'll respect each other. But they're not too bad. They're not being I'm dealing with it okay. I do complain about the sounds of people, but when I'm in isolation, it's something that you kind of wish that you had. So I don't know. It's almost like the struggle has to be there. Two people enter my campsites before, and it was because of dogs every time. I just love this candle, man. Forgot to take my shower. That's better. Another fun fact is dog is the word God in reverse. Just saying. Oh, yeah. Now I've been pondering reconfiguring the ruck a little, mainly on the sides, right here and right here. because it's a little wide. But I don't want to really get rid of the container holders on each side. But these, I was thinking maybe get 2 or 3 more of these, maybe 4 almost, but maybe just 2, and replace these with these because they're more sleek. And then I can just reconfigure how I put my stuff in it, because these aren't too full of stuff. But yeah, I'm too little of a guy to try to glamp on this level. I'll show you what I got in here. There's 2 tinder kits, and that's probably overkill, and I haven't really used them yet. This one's ready to go, and this one's just sealed up, ready to go too. But here I got these tins. They're like Altoid tins, but they're just plain tins you can buy on Amazon, of course. Oh wow, I did a good job. I haven't looked at this in a while. So here we got some birch bark. Got some fire starter. This came from paracord, that had like a multifunctional paracord, and this was the fire starting part of it. Then we got some fat wood chunks, and we got fat wood flakes, and then some Gorilla Tape up here with another fire starting piece up in here, which just came from here. There's 2 different kinds of fire starting in here. There's the bright red and this other one. It's more tape. They're both dipped in wax or something like that. But yeah, this is looking sharp. Oh, I put this on top to kind of flatten it out. My skills are getting better to where this would be more meaningful. Where like a year ago, like I'd probably have to use all of this to just get a fire going. But now I understand laying it out better and stuff like that. Tinder, kindling, fuel, how to lay it out, how to give it, breathe into it, give it air. Yeah, that dog is one of them annoying dogs that never shuts the up. Okay. I do have a dog whistle too. Maybe I should try it. See if it'll shut that mud up. Okay, there we are. Yeah, so I might get 2 more of these and then replace this one here and this one here with those. See if I can configure it in a way where it'll still work. In here I just got backup car keys, notepad, Bluetooth, some reflectors. Love this little compartment though for my headlamp. And then down here, got a backup headlamp. The dog whistle, which isn't as effective as I would hope. Microfiber. And in here, GPS, backup phone charger, charger case. You know, I've learned recently that there are people that have phones but they don't have charger cases. They just have cases. Get a charger case, people. What? That's like a no-brainer. Like the life of my batteries, I've had my phone for over 4 years. Almost 4 years. And the battery's still rock solid. I use an iPhone charger case, battery case. I've gone through a few of them, but I haven't gone through a few iPhone batteries, that's for sure. And I got one of these, just a 1E in case I have to relapse or something stupid happens. Ooh. But I don't know, I think if I'm gonna die, I think I'm gonna have to do it sober. Ooh. There's this one guy called Survival Theory. He always kept a little jar of cinnamon whiskey on him. So it's kind of like that. And he said you'd never drink it. You just always have it, but he would never touch it. So that's kind of what I'm doing, in a way, with the Mary Jane. It became legal around here like a year ago, and everyone started doing it. So I quit when everyone started. I'm really glad I did. 'Cause I don't like fitting in too much, you know. I did it when it was cool. You know, I got some gear in the waist part too. I'm just gonna go ahead and bust out the Bearcat. You can't transmit from this thing, unfortunately, but it's really light and it works really well. And I have a Baofeng too, but this thing is just, it's got something called a lockout feature, and it's just so crucial to have that. But the Baofeng, you can transmit from it, so it's a two-way. This takes 2 AA batteries. I didn't keep them in there because that's smart. I keep 4 AA batteries just in case, and I have a one-ear plug-in earbud too in case I need to be silent. Oops, my bad.
will be a risk of strong to severe storms, mainly west of Interstate 29, Monday evening and night. Continue to monitor your local forecast. Spotter activation is not expected at this time. Your National Weather Service forecast for Sioux Falls and the surrounding tri-state area. Tonight, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-50s. West winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday, mostly sunny. Areas of smoke in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-80s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. Lows in the upper 50s. North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour.
I wish the light stayed on for longer than 15 seconds. There's no way to program that so it stays on longer. I've had this thing since 2021. With pretty decent use out of it too. Different temperature ranges from down in the single digits Fahrenheit up to almost 100 degrees. Mid-90s. Took a long time for me to get used to this radio though, how to use it and understand what was happening with it, but I am a slow learner though. Just kind of scanning through the different frequencies. See if I pick up something. I also turned on what's called close call, so if anyone's transmitting, it'll let me know, but they have to be pretty close. They're broadcasting. Check that out, the list. Another one. That same one. Maybe like a football field away. Something like that. There's something going on here though. So it might be encrypted or something like that. We put on close call, there's two options. There's a regular one that just brings you right to it, and there's a do not disturb. And when you put it on, I forget which is which, but this one right here, see how it bleeps out? It's one of the downsides of this particular option. It's really annoying. So I put it on the other one. And that's the feature to tell me if someone's broadcasting. So it'll still show me and tell me, but I won't know if I'm not looking at it. So if I'm looking at it, I prefer this so it doesn't bleep out. That probably doesn't make any sense unless you know a little bit about radios. Anytime I hear something that's just noise, I press lock out. Lock out. So it'll forget that frequency when it comes back around. It basically just goes through the cycle of all the frequencies and sees if there's anything there yet. Anything broadcasting. Those might be encrypted, something like that. Very rarely do I hear like conversations. It's usually just annoying noise, which is really, it's kind of sad. But I can narrow it to just the ham radio frequency here. So it'll specifically go through the frequency range for hammies. Shout out to everyone who goes to hams in the park. I'm not a part of any radio club or any club because I don't like clicks. Yep, just like always. When I was camping at Minnesota State Park in December of 2023, I got this hilarious, like police broadcast of this guy whose like back went out from a recent surgery or something. It was just hysterical, like the way I pictured how it was unrolling in my mind as they were talking about it. This thing is incredibly light. The only thing that weighs a lot is the batteries. But you're going to want to have at least 4 of them. You can plug it in though to a power bank, and I do have those. But it's not as convenient. It takes a long time to charge up. So if you charge it up from a power bank, it's going to take 10 hours or something. It's not practical. Plus I got the rechargeables. I charge them from the recharger station. All right. Then we're gonna get the fire going. Yeah, there's definitely a trick to it. Yeah, that'll do it. I think when this came with like a different kind of, like a regular kind of paracord in here. I can't remember for sure. Yeah, but I put in my own shock cord different color. I think it was a shot cord actually. Whew. Nice brick though. Whew. I like it. That's pretty annoying. All right. Thank you. Take care, buddy.